Hey, you guys, I hope you're all keeping healthy, and I know you've been bombarded left, right, and center about coronavirus messages, but I want to make sure that in addition to keeping yourselves healthy, you're also keeping your career healthy during this time, because during this kind of crisis situation, there are two things that I see happening. Some people are facing pay cuts. They're being told that they have to give up on like 25% of their salary because the company just doesn't have cash flow and can't afford to pay them. Some people are getting laid off. Some people are just kind of putting their whole career on pause in terms of figuring out their direction because they don't know what's happening in the job market, and they're afraid that they're not going to be able to figure out their next path unless they know what's happening in the job market first. And so it's really, really important to make sure that this whole crazy crisis turns into an opportunity for you, that it's something that's going to end up leading you into new and better directions for yourself versus something that's going to derail your career, because those are really the two ways people are going. Either you're going to go downhill or this is going to turn into an opportunity. That is what happens in any kind of a crisis situation. It's kind of like, as you guys know, when the stock market tanks, there are some people who get that opportunity and they invest and they profit later on from the stock market, and then there are the people who panic and who end up losing all their money. So it's similar with your career. If you take the right steps, if you're well prepared, then you can actually come out of these kinds of situations better off than you were when you went in. I know that that's hard to believe when you're in the thick of things and when things are this crazy and this uncertain, and it's like, what is happening with the job market? How on earth can I take real steps and how can I grow things when there's all of this craziness going around? But if you stay level-headed about it and you really make sure you're taking advantage of any opportunities that you can, then definitely you can grow and you can come out on the other end way ahead of the curve. So what do you need to do to make sure you are taking the necessary career precautions during this time and getting those opportunities? Well, the first thing is, if you were confused about your career direction, if that is something that you've been trying to figure out, this is not the time to sit back and wait and go, better wait until everything calms down and then I'll get back to it. When you're figuring out, when you're in that stage of not enjoying the job that you're doing anymore and you're ready to figure out that next step, there are going to be, we've talked about this before, but you're going to have all kinds of different excuses that come up. Now is not the right time because of all these different things, and now is not going to be the right time because of coronavirus. So recognize that is another excuse that your brain is going to come up with to keep you in your comfort zone. There's lots of things you can do to keep getting yourself onto the right path even during these times. For example, a lot of people are having to stay home right now. Well, you probably have more time because you're not commuting to work. So why don't you, and also you probably have less distractions, right? You're not surrounded by people all the time. So you have that opportunity to really get in touch with yourself and figure out, what is my mission? What is my purpose really in this world? You can do the whole part of that work, which is connecting to yourself, figuring out what it is that you are meant to do, even if, and you don't need to be around all these people to be able to figure that out. In fact, it's better to be alone. So take advantage of this time alone. Not enough people spend enough time by themselves, getting to know themselves, getting to know their value. This is your opportunity. This is a great time actually to be going through the ideas to clarity sequence, just like my client Audrey is doing right now, going through that, getting to know herself, figuring out what is her mission in the world. And she's doing that from home by herself. There's no problem. The second thing is that you want to be using this time to continue your networking and building your brand. So now is not the time to say, oh no, everyone's afraid of coronavirus, so I just won't talk to anyone. Like, keep connecting professionally, keep checking on people, keep expanding that network. Don't just pass coronavirus memes around and spread the panic. Use this time to really, really connect with people properly and continue to build your professional network. If you're not sure how to do that, I'm going to come up with a training soon. Actually, I already have a training called the Hidden Job Market Training. So if you're interested in expanding your network within the hidden job market, let me know and I can send you the link for that. And then the other part of it is your branding. So who do you want to be branded as a professional? How's your LinkedIn profile? How's your CV looking? How do you present yourself to the world? Do people see you as a valued specialist? Do people come after you with job offers? No? Then this is the time to take advantage, build up that personal branding so that when, even if your sector is a bit quiet right now in terms of hiring, even if people are freezing jobs and all that kind of thing, once this has all boiled over a little bit, there's going to be that hiring boom again. And the people who have already been networking in the background, who already have their branding dialed in, who are already known as those specialists, they're going to be the ones that are called in to the rescue to get things back up and running again, to get these companies back up. Even in the NGO world, they're going to need you to come in there and help them with your specialty. So really, really important to not just wait this out like some people are doing, or just waste their time in panic mode, in worrying mode. Like, panic and worrying never accomplishes anything, even though, this is a pretty crazy situation that's unprecedented in all of our lives. But panic and worry doesn't accomplish anything. Always think about, what can I do right now? How can I protect my own physical health, but also how can I protect the health of my career? And that just brings me to the last point, which is that if you were thinking about starting a side project, starting a new business, or just even finding a new job, this is really the time. This might be the push you need to really go ahead and do that, because you've been laid off and so you need to find a new job. Or even if it's because you're realizing that a job doesn't give real security, like having a paycheck. A lot of people are trapped in their golden cage, trapped to their paycheck, thinking they need to give all of this up if they want to find their direction and do something they're really passionate about. But the truth is, having a job is no guarantee of anything. We can all lose our jobs tomorrow. The job market can change, pandemics can happen, other things can happen. And so it's really, really important to, instead of focusing on having a job, focus on building up yourself. That includes your personal brand, that includes the way you're perceived out there in the world, your network, having those kinds of skills, those self-marketing skills, those being able to sell yourself skills that everyone is so afraid of being able to do. So they just cling on to the job that they have because they're so afraid to have to learn the skills they need to actually sell themselves, to open up new opportunities. But those are the most essential skills for career survival, and not only for survival, but also opening up new opportunities that are going to be more fun and exciting for you. So there you go. Let me know below how you're coping, how your career is coping with the whole coronavirus situation. And you guys, I'm going to be coming out with a branding workshop for you soon, so that you can use this time to actually build up that brand and come out of this really, really strong in terms of those career opportunities and how you're coming across to employers. So let me know below if this helped you. Let me know what questions you have. And I want to hear all about how the coronavirus has been impacting your career. I want to hear your stories and see how you guys are getting along. But most of all, stay healthy and stay strong and keep supporting one another. And I will talk to you soon.